Home and Garden Journal, and I'm your host, Karin Hauring. Hi, how are you? Well, I really have a special treat for you tonight. We're here at a tree farm with my friend Jean. Jean is really an expert when it comes to trees, to Christmas trees, and we have the pleasure today to be on his farm and visiting, and I'd like you to introduce him to you. Jean, come on in.
Okay.
How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Nice to see
good
you.
to see you.
This is my friend Jean, and he is the proprietor of this wonderful place, and we'll show you his farm, and he'll tell you what to look for to find the perfect Christmas tree. You have the sound on? Yeah. Okay. Well, Jean, this is really a treat to be out here in the country. It's so beautiful. And we're really lucky. It's not snowing, it's not blowing.
Yeah,
this morning I thought, oh my goodness, it's going to be terrible being out here. But it's beautiful.
Well, it's nice today, this afternoon.
Yeah. Jean, how long have you been selling Christmas trees?
We've been selling trees for about 20 years. Just about 20 years,
Just 20
I think,
years.
yeah.
And always from this property then?
Always from this property. We've never shipped anywhere, or we've always sold them from right here.
Uh-huh. So you actually grow them then? Do you grow them from seed or seedlings?
Grow them from seedlings.
Okay.
I'll show you.
Yeah. Let's go and let's just see the stages of trees. And it might be interesting for our viewers to see how you start out. And tell us a little bit about the care. And I know you and Rachel, and I'm sorry you can't meet Rachel today. My friend Rachel, she's out. She's on a little holiday, I understand, and left you behind.
Left me behind, went to Branson and left me home.
Oh, well, anyway, Rachel, I'll promise you, I'll give you a tape, and then you can watch what we're doing. So, and I think your husband, you will be proud of your husband. He's going to do a good job. So let's go and show me some seedlings and talk or tell me a little bit what you have to do to grow a tree. So this, I understand, is probably a little seedling.
Well, yeah, this one's probably 2 years old. When I buy them, they're about that size, about 5-6 inches tall. The ones that I plant, and this one's probably 2 years old. This one's about 4 years old at that size. And that's probably 5, because once they get to that size, then they grow pretty fast. But it takes the time to get from there to there.
Yeah. And what you do, fertilize them and trim them?
I don't fertilize them. I don't water them. I set them out, and if it rains, they grow. If it doesn't rain, they die.
So this is really an organic tree
yeah.
growing adventure. Oh, that's nice to know. So these are, well, you would say, maybe 5 years old?
Yeah, those are 4, maybe 5 years old. And every year, this tree, I think we sheared this year. Once they get to be this height, then you start to shape the tree so it looks like a Christmas tree.
Uh-huh. So you just kind of trim it.
Each year, well, because it grew probably that tall.
Yeah.
So you have to cut about half of that off, and then you cut all the rest of the branches to fit the top.
Yeah.
And this is a Scotch pine. The little one here is a white pine.
Okay.
That tree there is a white pine.
So long.
The longer, softer needles, and I do have out here some spruce trees that are small.
Uh-huh.
They're not very large yet.
Okay.
But it takes those so long to grow.
The spruce takes long.
Takes twice as long to grow a tree than those that does the pine. And besides that, the deer really like to rub on those spruce trees.
So yeah. What about damage? What about, do you have a lot of damage from deer?
Yeah, we do have quite a bit. The buck deer, especially in the fall, work on the trees around the edges of the patch primarily. Although like I say, they really like these spruce trees. They really like to rub their horns on those.
I wonder why.
It must be the smell. They got a different smell,
Oh.
and maybe the resin or something. I don't know, but
Okay. They like them.
they really like those. But I learned a long time ago that if you leave that tree that he rubs on this year, he'll come back there next year and rub on the same tree.
So you have a lot of wildlife, and what a wonderful area to come out here with your family. Jean, could you give us directions how to get from Fairfield to here? It's very easy, but my directions are horrible. You might as well give us directions.
Well, we're 5 miles south of Fairfield on Highway 1 to 257th Street, and then a quarter of a mile to the right, to the west on 257th Street.
So it would be a Highway 1 south. You would turn where you see the Jefferson County Care Facility
sign.
So
yes.
that's easy to remember. Look for the sign. That's what I do.
That's what you do.
And then turn right, and you can't miss this great spot. So let's go back there and look at some of your bigger specimens.
Okay, you want to go back this way or this way?
Whatever you like to do.
Well, you can see the trees out here that have tags in,
Yeah.
some that are reserved.
Okay.
And people start doing that in September.
Oh, just to find the perfect
tree.
Yeah.
Some people want to really get an early start.
Yeah.
So, trees that
Okay, just a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, now, yeah.
Okay,
And
these are trees that I cut. I always keep some trees cut for the people who don't want to go cut their own or can't go cut their own, or they come at night.
That's not a good time when you
No.
come out here. It's not a good time at night because you can't see.
Yeah.
And this is
So,
not very even, so you might fall.
Well, yeah. So, but most people do cut their own tree. Most people really, they come and they like to go out, the whole family, and
Yeah.
the kids try to saw the tree down, and they have a big time.
Good. So it's really a family affair. So you can come out here with your whole clan.
The whole clan.
And I know Jean and Rachel, they love kids.
Oh, yes.
And your children will have a good time. And there's always a dog, and I don't know what happened to the dog. It was greeting us.
Yeah.
But anyway, now, so you cut him. Tell me a little bit about the care. When you bring him home, after you saw them and bring him home, the watering, what do you recommend?
Well, in the first place, if you just cut the tree and you take it home and you put it up right away,
Yeah.
that's fine. Just, put it in water, and that's fine. But it needs to be watered constantly. Don't ever let it run out of water. So, but if the tree has been cut like these for even a few hours, then you should cut off a half inch or an inch off the end so you have a fresh cut before you put it in water.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's sealed over and it won't take water.
And that's when the problem starts.
Yeah, that's when the problem starts. The tree keeps getting drier and drier and drier.
Yeah. So Jean, tell us a little bit about the varieties that you have here. This
Like I
one
say,
is
I
just
have,
really nice.
This is a Scotch pine. In fact, I think these are all Scotch pine except the one back here. There's one white pine back there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of difference in the way that the Scotch pine look. There's a lot of variety within the species of Scotch pine. There's longer needles and shorter needles, and there's dark green and there's light green. And
Yeah.
I'm real short of white pine right now because I'm into the years of 1987, 1988, 1989, when everything I planted died.
Oh, the drought.
Yeah, the drought.
The drought.
So I'm real short of white pine that are the age to use on. I have a lot of them, that are
Small
5
ones.
years old,
Yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah.
But
So how old would this tree be? 10?
this tree would probably be about 10 years old, 9 or 10. And you could, if you wanted to count, you can really tell by counting the whorls, because each year it grows a set of branches
Oh, how interesting.
and a top. So that you can really tell how old the tree is by just counting how many sets of branches there is.
Ah, I always thought we would count the rings of the trunk.
Yeah, well, yeah, you could, but on a Christmas tree you can tell by
Just
counting the branches.
just all these clusters.
yeah.
This
See,
would be a year.
Yeah,
Can you see?
See, this is what it grew this year, this and that.
Uh-huh.
and this it grew last year, and this it grew the year before,
and so on.
and so on down.
Yeah. So Gene, so you have been doing that for 20.
Yeah, 20. Well, yeah, we started growing trees probably 25 years ago. So.
And at that time probably there were not many Christmas tree farms around here.
No, there was one other one at that time. There was one other Christmas tree farm, I think, at that time.
Yeah. So you had the idea, or who nudged you into this business?
Well, I guess we bought this property and it already had some pine trees planted on it. So, you know, we decided, well, maybe just share a few of these and, you know, maybe sell them to a few to our friends. Well, it kind of grew from that.
Yeah, and I know you're getting really well known in this area to come out, and I also want to tell you that this is the birthplace of my kitten Lucy. Lucy is born here, so maybe one of these days when we have a show, I'll introduce you to Lucy. But Lucy was born here, and she couldn't have come from a better home, and she's very well adjusted to people. And this is the newest friend.
Yeah, this is the newest friend, all right.
So this is a great place to come out and pick your tree. What is the tallest tree that you sold?
Oh, around 9 foot.
9 foot.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Because I try to never let a tree, you know, that tree is taller than I ever like to let them get. Because, you know, if you don't sell them by the time they're that big, you're never going to sell it.
Right. Right.
So I try to run out of trees, the big trees every year.
Yeah. Is there any funding from the state available? I mean, sometimes
to grow trees.
Yeah.
You can get seedlings from the state nursery.
Yeah.
But I have never done that for Christmas trees. I've always bought from a commercial nursery.
Oh, okay.
Because for hardwood trees, I have gotten trees from the state. I've planted hardwood trees.
Yeah.
Because I've got 80 acres of trees here.
Yeah, this is quite a piece of land, and it's just beautiful. Like I said before, a beautiful place to come out with the kids, and the kids can just run.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think they can get in trouble unless they run down to the pond.
As long as they stay away from the pond, it's all right.
And I think, you know, if you watch your children, it's all right to come out.
Yeah.
Advice on tree stands. I mean, there's so many on the market, fancy ones, simple ones.
I sell tree stands there too.
Oh, you do? Of course you should. You should. But I mean, anything that would hold water would be fine.
Yeah, anything that'll hold water is a fine tree stand as far as I go.
Yeah. And so.
But I do sell a tree stand, which is the easiest tree stand to use because it has a peg in the middle, and I drill a hole in the tree, and you slip the tree on the peg, and you're up.
See, you also get service here because you get the hole drilled in a tree, and so it just drops in. And you should see me putting my tree in. It's quite a job. And my 18-year-old Neil, he's all right. He kind of mumbles. But
Rachel always calls that a husband saver, that tree stand, because you don't have the husband down under the tree getting mad trying to get it straight.
And this is, after all, should be a very graceful, jolly season, and you know, we don't want to have sparks flying underneath the tree. So that's funny.
But there are a lot of tree stands on the market, and I think they're all probably good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything that'll hold water.
Anything that hold water would be good. All right. Okay. Now we're here in your garage or shed, and it's quite nice and warm. My hands are getting pretty cold, and I didn't come prepared. I'm warm underneath, but my hands are cold. Now here's some tree stands that you have available for customers if they want to buy one, and it does have.
It has a big bowl, and it has this stem in the middle that really holds the tree.
Let's take this, and can you see this? A really big peg or spike in the middle. So I don't think the tree will fall over with that.
No, and I drill the tree, and it's actually a tapered bit that fits tight, so it fits tight on the peg.
Yeah.
when you set it on
What
there.
a great idea. So not only will you get your tree here, you can get your tree stand and you can get your tree drilled. That's a nice
And we
service.
have sell bags
So
to take
that
the tree out of the house in. So.
yeah, great. And then also, you sell these bundles of greenery too. What is if you decorate your home and your house and the inside and outside of your house? That's great. So you can not only pick up your Christmas tree here, you can also pick up bundles of greenery, which is really nice. Well, we're really lucky. The Matthias family just drove up to look for a tree, and they were gracious enough to allow us to film them a little bit while they were looking for the perfect Christmas tree. And hopefully we can watch them cut down the tree. As you can see, the two little boys are really excited. This is a great place to find a good tree and to take the family out and look. It's almost like a treasure hunt. You can go all over the property and look for your perfect Christmas tree. There they are on their treasure hunt. Well, I think the family found the perfect Christmas tree, and I think Mr. Matthias is going to show us how to cut it down. So, boys, do you like this tree? You think that'd be perfect? Good.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay. So we feel really lucky that we could come upon a family that is cutting down the tree. So all we're going to do is watch for a little while, and I don't think it will take very long. There it is. That was all. Perfect tree. Thank you for sharing that with us. And Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you. Carrying this off?
Yeah. How cut the bomb is bottom of the head?
Is the right size for our house?
Well, there they go with their perfect Christmas tree, greeted by my friend Jean. Little boy, I don't know if you noticed, but the little boy brought his own little plastic saw. So they seem to be joyous going home. As you can see, this is the pond on Jean and Rachel's property, and it's absolutely gorgeous in the summertime. A lot of oaks around the property, and in the fall it's just gorgeous. Well, thank you, Jean, for letting us come to, on your property and share with us your knowledge about trees. It's been a pleasure. And by the way, the dog's name is Laddie. I couldn't think of it, but what a friendly dog. And thank you again.
Well, you're welcome.
And Merry
Glad
Christmas.
to have you come. Well,
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas to you.
Thank you. And talking about perfect Christmas trees, we're here in Central Park, in our lovely Central Park, and look at this specimen. And I really encourage you to come here at night and look at our lovely Christmas displays. The square is just shimmering. This is just a wonderful big, I think it's a blue spruce, I'm not sure. And but it's covered with lights, and it's really beautiful at night. And let's go over to the gazebo. It's all decked out, and I like to show you up close the special reindeer in a gazebo. So let's go over there and see. Here we are at our famous bandstand or gazebo in the middle of the square. On the inside of the gazebo, we have our dancing reindeers and the sled and Santa. Our Fairfield High School vocal class is putting that together for us every year, installing it and taking very good care of. Notice the evergreen roping all around the railings and the poles and everything. I think it's quite impressive, and one has to congratulate the city and our hard-working city workers for putting this together year after year and making this a very special place for your family to come and enjoy. It's just beautiful at night, lights everywhere. And also, I don't know if you remember last year, city and all the businesses decided to outline their buildings with white lights. So when you come down here and it's dark, all the buildings are outlined with lights, and it's really beautiful. Some businesses have started to put lights around their windows, so it's almost like a winter wonderland. It's very pretty, very attractive. So if you're in the neighborhood, come by, park your car, stop and bring your friends and children and enjoy this lovely part of the city. I think this concludes this part of our show. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had fun introducing you to my friend Jean and being on the tree farm. Until next time, this is Karin Hauring. Good night, Fairfield.